Well, that's another poor performance from Liverpool today. It really reminded me of the derbies when I was growing up, when either side could have really won that match. Yeah, Pickford had a blinder today, as did Alisson. Let's be honest, like, the amount of chances that both teams had and keepers are pulling out amazing saves on both sides. So yeah, like I said, it reminded me of like the derbies when I was growing up. Like neither side really dominated, and neither side could have really won. But something's just not right with Liverpool right now, is it? The balance of the side just seems completely off. Trent, Van Dijk are just having such an off start to the season. Fabinho as well. He gives the ball too much away. His tackles are a bit rash sometimes. They just seem a bit leggy, don't they? All of them, to be fair. And I think every team that we've played so far this season, probably apart from Bournemouth, like maybe they did as well, has outran us. And that's just not something that we get from typical Klopp football, is it really? I'm not sure if it's because we're trying to fit Darwin in and we're trying to come up with a new way of playing, but we're sacrificing Salah's goal threat now. Do you not think? There's a few times in this game especially where Salah of last year would have had a shot, but he didn't this year. He's passing it or he's trying to work it a little bit too much. It's like we're trying to do City goals, aren't we? Do you know, where they play it into the net? We're not just like popping one off. And the couple of times when we did, Darwin hits the crossbar and Diaz hits the post. You know, that's Liverpool. Like, you know, we don't work it into the box like that. But yeah, Salah's just, his output's gone. He's so far like out wide now. And I don't know if that is literally just because we're trying to make Darwin like the head of the attack now. And he needs to just start tucking in and getting a lot closer to Darwin, you know, playing the ball off him. Like, you know, Darwin takes it into the chest, plays it down, gives it to Salah. Salah's a shot. You know, like, I know that's not Darwin's game, but still, it's something we could add to the system, isn't it? And if he comes in a bit more as well and gets tighter to Darwin, that gives Trent a bit more room to bomb forward. You know, whip them balls in for Darwin, you know, so he can head him in. Like, he's really good in the air, is Darwin. But that's just the Salah point I've got there right now. Like, he sticks too much to that touchline and he's not doing what he used to do. I think Bobby was bright when he came on. I'd like the idea of him playing alongside Darwin or just behind him. You know, if we did the 4-2-3-1 formation, like that did seem to have some sort of promise going on. It looked live we did that, so maybe that's something we could do there going forward. I have looked at some of the stat sheets that have come out after the game, and the link-up play between the front three was basically non-existent, as well as the midfield, like to the front three. It seemed to be a lot of balls were going from Fabinho out to Shimikas or to Trent. There wasn't much going forward at all to try and get the front three linking up. And yeah, as I said, the team's not balanced, is it? At all. At all. Substitutes wise, like, I didn't really fully agree with them. Like, I wouldn't have took Shimikas off. I'd have left him on. I think he was doing very well down that side. Milner at right back was when they started becoming a lot more threatening. You know, the switch for Gomez to go right back and Milner to midfield needed to happen a little bit faster. And for me, the main one I feel like that was wrong was I wouldn't have took Jota off. I mean, I wouldn't have put Jota on for Diaz. I mean, sorry, that's completely wrong. I would have put Jota on for Diaz and left Núñez on. Because, you know, Núñez has got that ability to potentially find something and, you know, whack them at, like, whereas I think for me, like, Diaz is very frustrating lately. His first touch is so heavy. So heavy. And he always, like, overruns it or does something like... I hopefully think, like, against Napoli, we have Jota starting instead of Diaz in that match. Like, and maybe he needs a rest. Maybe he needs to know, like, you're not, like, a starter, do you know? So, yeah, that's my thoughts on the game, guys. Like, let me know what you think. Like, it's so appalling what we've been doing the start of this season. Like, I think you can forget about his challenge for the title this year, guys, honestly. It's gone. And I think, to be fair, with everything that's going on, and if we don't see an improvement anytime soon, I think we might have a struggle to get into the top four. You know, Arsenal are looking really strong. Spurs have got Conte, who's got them playing really well. You know, Chelsea have just bought some decent signings, so it's going to be on for us to get into that top four. And It seems like we're going through a very much a transitional season, which I think we all kind of expected, but I don't think we expected it to be this bad at all, and this leggy and this lacklustre up front, and just everything seems to be just off. But anyway, that's my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Give this video a like, and subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and I'll catch you in the next one.